Hello, and welcome back to the Spooky Spoiler Cast, the show where we talk about movies and we don't care about spooky spoiling them. Spoiling them.
Spoilery?
Spoilering. My name is Tobias, and with me, as always, is my sister and trusted co-host, Rebecca.
Hello. Or spooky hello.
Yeah, and before you turn this off, because I've watched the retention time, people. It's not a lot. Before you turn this off, please give it like 20 minutes, you know? And also, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/don'tmakeascene, where you can get even more episodes, and you get commentary tracks, and you get to tell us what movies we should watch and talk about. So do that, and, you know, stay for the entire episode, if you want to. You don't have to, but, you know.
I mean, it is the spoiler cast, so we will spoil things eventually, but the first 20 minutes or so, we try to not spoil the movie entirely.
Yeah.
This movie specifically,
I guess
we'll have to avoid spoilers so hard in the beginning.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to, because today we are talking about Barbarian. Yes.
Which, for me, and I guess for you, was a very anticipated movie.
Yes, I've been hotly anticipating this for a while. Because I saw the first trailer and I was like, whoa, what is this?
Yes, that's the one where we see Skarsgård, right? Skarsgård.
Yeah, it's the girl who walks down the tunnel and then just see like, oh, you see Skarsgård down there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then of course there was the second trailer, which I thought was brilliant, which starts like a romantic comedy or something with Justin Long driving down the PCH. And like, haha, I'm so happy, and then it's like, oh,
yeah,
there's a problem
happy
with your
music.
real estate. There's a problem with your real estate. Oh, I'll go down there and check it. Like, maybe I can sell it. And then he discovers something, a tunnel, and then he sees the shit down there and was like, whoa, what the fuck? Because I even thought that was like a different movie at first, because it was like,
oh yeah, me too.
20th Century Studios presents Justin Long's new movie. It was like, oh, whoa, what is this? Yeah, I was really looking forward to this, and also because it's been getting great reviews, like seriously great reviews.
It has a Metascore of 78.
Yeah, that's insane. So I was like, oh, this is going to be some, our favorite expression, there's going to be some elevated horror shit.
Oh yeah.
And I gotta say, I thought it was just okay.
Yeah, I like you tweeted out that the hashtag Barbarian is mid, and I was like, yeah, I'm disappointed. Spoilers.
That was a little inflammatory. I was trolling a little bit.
Sure.
It's for me, it's better than mid, but it's not like amazing.
I'll say this: parts of it is almost amazing, and parts of it is meh. It's barely mid.
Yeah, because
I am disappointed.
Yeah, what was it about it that you didn't like? Because I gave it a 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd, and you gave it a 2 out of 5.
If you looked at my my review I wrote,
oh, I didn't actually do that.
I pointed out that this is initial reaction. I might change it.
Oh, okay.
Because my initial reaction was like, this felt like almost felt like two different movies that they kind of put together with one common denominator, basically. And I liked one of the movies, and I didn't like the other.
Okay.
Basically.
Yeah,
I'm still leaning towards leaving it at a 2-star because the end result really had me disappointed.
Yeah,
I had such high expectations, and I had a movie in mind when I saw the first trailer, and it's like, that looks like a good movie. And it wasn't really what I expected at all, to be honest.
No, but you know, even if it's something you don't expect, it can still be good. So
yes, that's why it's my initial reaction, though. I still pointed out that it's great casting, great acting.
Oh yeah.
Initial story is great. There's so much good with it, though I hate some of it. So I don't know. I don't really know where to go with it.
Yeah.
But as usual, my opinion will probably change when we talk about it, because
yeah,
you usually convince me.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of in the same camp. I thought, the acting was good. The casting was great. Bill Skarsgård and Justin Long. I didn't recognize the woman.
No, me neither. I don't think I've seen her in anything.
Yeah, Georgina Campbell. I don't think I'd seen her in anything. Oh well, I have. Oh my god. Oh, she was in All My Friends Hate Me. That was another movie that I liked this year. She was in the Charlie Hunnam King Arthur from a few years ago. I don't remember her in that though. Whatever. But yeah, I mean, she was good as well, of course.
Yeah.
And I liked I liked the setup. It was because we all know, she finds a hidden door in the basement of her Airbnb. That far we know from the trailers. And I like that, in the movie it's just her like just going down to explore. Or in the trailer, I mean. In the movie she's like, yeah, nope, and just leaves at first. But then she's like, well, first of all, she gets locked in the basement, so she can't really leave. But she's like, I'm not going to explore this. This is just dumb. And it's like, yeah, it's really smart of you. Don't, because you know what's going to happen down there. So it played with expectations that way. But I mean, to call that clever that's not fair. Because
no, because
it's not
they
clever, really.
No, and they go back on it eventually. So
yeah, exactly.
Sure, her first reaction is kind of clever. That's about it.
It doesn't lead anywhere because they just go down there anyway. Yeah. And I did like I liked the cinematography a lot. There was a lot of
I had some issues with that actually.
Really? Yeah, I think I know what. It's when they start using the weird. It's not fisheye. I don't know exactly.
No, but it felt like first person shooter game.
Yeah, when everything got like elongated. It's some sort of I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's some sort of specific lens that kind of bends the picture a little bit.
Yeah, specifically when they used it as a first person view, it just felt like, what is this video game shit? It looked like it reminded me of like, I don't know if it's a Resident Evil game I'm thinking of.
Yeah, Resident Evil 7.
Probably, right?
Yeah. But I mean, that's really only for like one scene.
Like two, but yeah. It bothered me enough, to be honest.
Yeah, and then, honestly, like, I thought the music was kind of too much at points.
Yeah.
Because they were, like we said, they were trying to do something different, trying to subvert some expectations. But then at the same time, there was this ominous music everywhere, like, this is where you're supposed to be worried, this is where you're supposed to be scared. Like, how about you play those scenes without the music, then?
Exactly.
See if the audience reacts the same way. There was one moment like that in the beginning when she arrives at the Airbnb, and she first meets Bill Skarsgård, Keith. Yeah, and at that
point,
point,
name.
We have no idea who this guy is. Like,
no.
Yeah, he's in the house where he's not supposed to be, where a woman is supposed to live. It's raining, it's dark, and you're like, is this a good guy or a bad guy? Mm-hmm. And there's this moment where he's like, she's like, I'm just gonna stay in the car, see if I can. And he's like, no, but come in, that's okay. You can call from inside. It's raining, and she's like, all right, okay, maybe I will. And he's like, okay. And there's just this. He just hesitates for like just a second too long before walking away from the door. You're like, oh,
yes,
something's going on here.
Which obviously is the point.
Yes. Though. Yes, but we don't know at that point where it's leading. So then it's just
no. But they're building him up to be a specific character, though.
Yes. So
very much.
Yeah. We don't want to. Yeah, like I said, don't want to talk too much about what happens. I mean, but same time. No, whatever.
Same time?
We see he's in the trailer later, being in the tunnel. So, I guess.
Well, we know he's around.
Yeah.
He's in the trailers.
I mean, but they're building him up as a specific kind of character. Mm-hmm. But
Yeah.
We can't say.
Yeah, we can't say that.
This. Fuck it. It's been 10 minutes. Spoilers from now on. God damn it.
See, wait. See, that's the point. That's the problem with this movie. Because the trailers were so well cut and edited, you had really no clue what would happen in this movie. Specifically when they released the second trailer, which completely altered what you thought you would see.
Yeah.
You went from like, okay, this is a classic, two people in a house, one of them's bad, obviously, to
Yeah.
what the heck is Justin Long doing here, basically.
Yeah.
So that's great advertising. I loved the fact that the trailers gave us basically nothing. Along with the title, Barbarian tells you near nothing about what the movie is actually about.
Yeah, it like hints at the tone of the movie, like it's
Yes.
going to be barbaric.
Yeah.
That's about it, though.
But yeah, it doesn't give you any clues. The freaking poster really doesn't give you any clues.
No.
So I loved the, what's it called? There's a word for it. The promotional.
Promotion, yeah.
Yeah, the promotional
Stuff.
stuff.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Sure.
And initially, yes, the movie seemed great. Then at like 40 minutes, it's not so great anymore.
Yeah. And that's all we're going to talk about
And
now.
that's where we need to start talking about spoilers.
Yeah. So just to wrap it up, if you don't want to listen to any spoilers, honestly, I'm gonna say don't believe the hype. It's a good horror movie with some great performances, but it's not the fucking insane like psycho movie that people are selling it as, like this wild, trippy, like insane movie. Like, no, it's not. Someone Letterboxd was comparing it to Malignant from last year. I'm like, no, that is an insane movie.
Yeah.
This is child's play in comparison.
Also, a lot of people are probably overanalyzing it, or, as I mentioned to you just before we started recording, I found one guy on YouTube who did, like, overanalyze it. Lucas Blue on YouTube. Mm-hmm. But there wasn't enough. You needed more than just watching the movie to get to that point of analyzation. You needed to watch every single interview with Zach Kreger, the writer and director.
Yeah.
You needed to dig so much deeper than what the movie actually is to be able to understand it, which to me is bullshit.
And I guess we could actually talk about that before getting into spoilers.
Yeah, a little bit.
But now I've already said spoilers. I can edit around that, I suppose. Yeah, like, sure, getting the artist to tell you the point of his art or what he was going for with his art, sure. But I also think that is like we call it in Swedish a lathund. It's like
it's the easy way out.
Yeah, it's like a cheat sheet. Like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to think about the movie because that's what the director wanted me to think. Like, yeah, but what did you actually think before you saw the interviews?
It's a bit of a cop out. You just get fed what you're supposed to think instead of actually watching the movie.
And I also think that, I mean, that's every movie when it comes to trailers and everything. But I think they specifically with this one, they wanted to hype it up for some reason. Like,
yes,
they thought, like, we have something here, not like something bad or anything, but we have something here that we can actually, like, we can play with the audience when it comes to, like, the PR stuff, and that will actually that will hype up the movie even before they see it. And I mean, it worked. Yeah. I was incredibly hyped for this movie, which I'm never hyped for movies nowadays because I've been burned too many times.
Yeah.
But here I was just like, oh shit, oh my god, it's gonna be fucking awesome. And all the poll quotes like, yeah, insane, fucking nuts.
Yeah, even the trailer that autoplays on IMDb have like clips in the beginning of audience members like hiding and cowering and always looking like they're gonna throw up or something.
Yeah.
It looks like, the first picture film that when people were afraid they're gonna be hit by a train.
Yeah.
It looks like that reaction. But it's for this movie.
Yeah, and I'll say that also. There are creepy vibes.
Sure.
I was never scared, but I did cringe a couple of times. I cringe like the real reuse of the word, like, ooh, because there are some really gross moments. But it's never like, it didn't scare me. Not really.
No. I had one jump scare, I think, and then I had one really cringy moment, but that was just because something was disgusting, and it involved a hair. That's all I'm gonna say.
Sure. Yeah, like I said, I think this was incredibly overhyped. But I mean, for us here in Sweden, and I guess in Europe, it's free on Disney Plus. So if you want to check it out, check it out.
Yeah, sure, watch it. If not, at least watch it to understand, like, what the hype was about, or trying to understand what the hype was about.
Yeah, and also, like, because I know a lot of people talked about how this was, there was some sort of metaphor regarding, not specifically the Me Too movement, but like a Me Too thing, like sexual abuse and how men deal with it. And then also, it's also like a reflection or a comment on the economic disparity in America.
Sure.
And how that, like, how we're still dealing with what started in the 80s, which is, that's what's the problem with Chicago and the surrounding areas. But if you want a movie that actually deals with that more hands-on, and it's a much better movie, fucking check out Don't Breathe. That's a masterpiece when it comes to
the first one, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen the second one. The second one seems dumb, but the first one,
exactly.
great movie with which is legitimately creepy and cringe
and scary almost.
Disgusting
disgusting
to the point where I got angry towards the end. It's
me and Human Centipede 2 angry.
It's heinous.
Yeah.
So check out Don't Breathe rather than Barbarian is what I'm gonna say. But now
we need to get into details here because we're just
gotta get into details.
Beating around the bush.
Yeah, sorry. From now on, spoilers.
Major spoilers.
Let's go, Rebecca.
Like you mentioned, the thing about this being like a comment on sexual abuse or like handling sexual abuse felt kind of dumb.
Yes.
To be honest. Because it's not really. Yeah, you mentioned sexual abuse and there is a character that is accused of it straight away. Well, not straight away. It's literally 40 minutes into the movie, but it's straight away when it comes to his story.
Yeah.
Which is why I think this is two movies.
Yeah.
The Justin Long bit is a separate movie.
It feels like it almost.
And Bill Skarsgård and Georgina Campbell is one movie. Yeah. However, yes, they merge, but that just feels like, I don't know, freak accident or something.
Yeah.
They don't feel like the same movie at all.
And then there's
until you literally see them in the same shot, but that's it.
Yeah.
And by then it's just a creature feature.
Yeah. And then there's the whole point that we have the Justin Long character, AJ something, who is
Green
Etheridge something?
Greenbridge? I don't know. There was AJ. A color. I don't know.
AJ, Justin Long.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's accused of rape, basically.
Yes.
And
no, he is. It's not basically, he is.
Yeah, but at first it's like you were sexually aggressive, but then it's literally rape.
Yeah, it's the same conversation though. So I mean,
yeah, it's a classic. Classic. I don't want to. But he didn't really see it as rape, but the woman did. Because afterwards she felt like she was kind of forced to do it. Which
we've talked about that before.
I really don't know how that fits into the movie because once again, we only get like 5. Maybe 10 minutes about it, and it's only from his perspective. Mm-hmm. And of course, he is immediately defensive and like calling her, "Oh, that fucking bitch! She's trying to ruin my career and everything." And she's like, "Okay, so." I don't know what to, and I hate those situations because.
Especially because they chose to cast someone who usually plays the
nice guy.
The nice guy.
Yeah, the kind of lovable loser.
Which this dude I watched the last video I watched, Lucas Blue, he pointed that out. They cast the loser, the nice guy, as the douchebag, and they cast the guy who has quite recently played a literal villain and a monster to play actual nice guy, Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah, but I mean.
But I don't know if that was that intention. If that's why they cast them, then that's kind of bullshit.
Well, Zac Efron was offered the role of AJ first, and
that would have worked better.
He turned it down, and the writer was Zach Kreger or whatever it was. He then he asked he somehow Justin Long got involved, and because of that, he rewrote the character somewhat. So it was supposed to be a slightly different character. I don't know, maybe even more aggressive or something. I don't know. But so instantly, even though we don't know, we can only like, based on what she says and what we hear. No, not even what she says, because we don't ever hear her speak.
We hear
what
it
people
from
say
his,
she has said from his his team,
lawyers and agents and stuff.
Yeah, and you're just like, okay. So did he? I mean, he talks about, when they're at the bar, he's just like, oh yeah. At first she didn't want to, but I'm persistent, and at the end she wanted to. She really wanted to. And at this point I don't know how to react when it comes to stuff like that in movies. Like, so did she want to, or is that just what he's saying? Like, unless we see both sides of it in the movie, what is the point of even hanging there? Unless unless they're just trying to make it look like, oh no, he's a douchebag. But then I think that's cheating, because
that's the wrong. It's the wrong way to do it.
Paint someone as a bad guy, because Because, first of all, it's kind of a volatile situation to accuse someone of rape, even in a movie like that, because it's it's rape, Jesus Christ. But also because of this of the history, where yes, 99% of women who accused men of that, it was true. Of course, there were proof, they admitted it, but unfortunately, those fucking lying bastards who lied about it to get attention. Mm-hmm. Ruined it for so many other real victims, and so to then only give us one side of one perspective in this movie, I don't know what to think about the guy.
There was no point to put that in the movie, really, except for the fact that I think it is supposed to mirror what happens later on.
Yes, because later on He's sorry, because he realizes maybe even if she didn't say no, she felt like bad about it later, and even though he's drunk and mostly doing it to save face, he does call her to apologize. But
yes,
it's probably I'm thinking more.
I think his character is supposed to mirror this character that we meet way later in the movie called Frank.
Well, he's a legit monster.
Yes, but I think that this is like a. Oh, AJ could be that guy if it went too far, if it continued. I don't know, it feels like that, sort of. But that is also too much of a stretch to me. Yeah,
because later in the movie, when they do get out of the house, but they're still chased by the monster, and he's like, maybe I'm the bad guy. I always thought I was the good guy, but maybe I am the bad guy. Like, he's contemplating this based on, I don't know. Yeah, sure, there was the situation in the beginning, but we've had this entire horror movie in between now.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he reflected on that by watching the videotape, or if it's when he accidentally shoots her, or where does he get that?
I don't know.
That emotion, really.
I really don't know. Because what we see of him, other than him immediately calling her a fucking bitch, like, he seems to be a good guy. Like, if we're going to see him as a bad guy, you need to show him being a bad guy.
Yeah, we do get glimpses of him being like a douchebag.
Sure, but
lots of dudes, lots of humans are douchebags.
He's a Hollywood actor. He's supposed to play like he's an asshole. Obviously, he's an asshole. Yeah.
Like, he's not worse than anyone else, though.
Yeah. But then, of course, But then, of course, in the end, when he's like, "I'm gonna help you. We're gonna get out of here," and then the monster shows up, or the woman shows up, rips the homeless guy's arm off and beats him to death with it. It was like, what the fuck? Yeah. And then they run up this like silo, whatever it is. She has been shot accidentally by Justin Long, which also was like. When the second he picked up the gun, I was like, he's gonna shoot her. And what is the point of that? Just making him even a worse character. Like, that's not fair, it felt like, at this point.
No.
Because at that point, they were starting to, like, because he's the one who finds Frank, who has actually built these underground tunnels, who has kept women down there, and then, as prisoners and slaves and torture victims.
We're gonna get back to Frank, though. I need to talk more about him.
Yeah, sure. But, he finds him down there. He sees the videotapes he's made where he's beating the women. And he's like, you monster, how can you do this? And you're like, oh, okay, so he actually has a soul.
Exactly. He knows where the line is drawn. Like, he knows what's too much, obviously.
Yeah.
Even if that is an extreme.
And even, but before that, he's like, he's 100% prepared to, like, help Frank to get out of there. Like, oh, we're gonna get you. Like, he seems like a nice person. Oh,
yeah.
And you know what people are going to say now? If they've listened this far into the episode, they're going to say, yeah, that's the point, that behind a nice person, there can always hide a monster. Yeah, but you haven't shown us that.
No, and in a movie, you have to explain that at least a little. You need to hint at it more. You can't just give us one crumb and assume we're going to understand it.
Yeah, and assume that, well, you know how men are. That's
bullshit.
Kind of, and I actually, we'll talk about that later, because I don't want to be all over the place. But yeah, so he decides to get out of there, because Frank, for some reason, I guess Frank has been, like, regretting what he's done for a long time, but he hasn't been able to do anything about it because he's so frail. But as soon as he gets his hand on the gun, he kills himself. It's like, oh, okay. Maybe Frank...
Oh, right, he moves the table closer to him, right? Yeah, I was like...
But then Justin Long...
Been there all along.
Justin Long picks up the gun. That's when he accidentally shoots... what was her name?
Tess,
right. And it's just... Oh, God damn it. They're just piling on. But yeah, then later, when they're being chased by the woman... and they're up on that silo, he's like, I can get out of here, but you can't. So but I can use you as bait, and just pushes her off the silo so that the woman jumps after her. And I was just like,
yeah,
where did that come from?
Literally, where did that come from?
Because seconds earlier, he was like, maybe I was the bad guy, but I can't change what I've done, but I can try to, like, be better or, like, repair.
I mean, yeah, no, and he does do a little bit of a douchebag move straight after that when he starts running away and just leaves Tess behind. But that's actually an acceptable reaction to what's happening, because I feel that normally in horror films, people who just, like, make sure they get everyone to run along with them, that's bullshit. I would have just ran away. I wouldn't have stopped in that scenario, not when they're that close.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta save yourself at some point. However, when they're at the top of the silo, that's bullshit. That's not what you do.
Yeah, just push her off, yeah.
Yeah, push the creature off. First of all, idiot. Dropping the gun. What the fuck?
Yeah. They used it a couple of times and he drops things. It's like...
Yeah. But it's like, come on.
But I'm also, like, at that point, because so Justin Long has been in more than half of the movie, because he shows up at like the 40-minute mark.
Yeah.
So he's in the last hour of the movie. What is his arc?
There isn't one.
No, he starts out as, like, okay, he's a potential rapist.
Yeah.
Okay. But then it seems like he's like denying it, but then kind of understanding that, maybe rape is a little rough, but maybe I need to be more considerate about my sexual partners or whatever. And then he really says, okay, I actually have a chance to, like, like I said, not take back what he's done, but at least sort of redeem himself, do something good, karma stuff.
Yeah.
But then he's just like, oh no, I'm just gonna kill this woman by throwing her off a silo to save myself. And then in the very next scene, he's dead. So, what was the point of the character?
The only thing we get in between that also is, he's greedy. Cool.
Yeah.
So he's the classic, basic douchebag. He loves women and he loves money. He doesn't have either, so...
Yeah, but...
Okay. That's about it. Yeah, that doesn't tell us anything.
What's the point of the character? Is the point really to show men are bad? Some men are really terrible.
Probably.
Oh, come on! Like,
I can't think of another reason, though.
That's so blunt. That's so dumb.
Yeah, but I can't think of another reason to put him in the movie, to be honest. He is plot convenience at certain points, obviously, because he is a means to an end in bringing the gun there, in bringing the gun out in general.
Yeah.
Opening the door at one point, literally. But that's it.
Yeah. No shade on Justin Long. I think he did a great job.
He did a great job.
The character was terrible.
Yeah.
The writing of the character was bad. It was bad. I don't get it.
It was bad.
I mean, even if you wanted to do him, make the character like a bad character, why even like, but there's no layers,
substance
there's no
to
arc.
it.
Even if it's supposed to be like a bad guy arc, what is the arc here? He doesn't change.
No, he's all over the place, and nothing makes sense with him.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's leave it.
Sure,
because the character of AJ is just dumb.
Oh, last thing about it also, like, if that's what your movie is about, don't introduce that element halfway through the movie.
Yes.
That's basically, a 40 minutes into an hour and 40 movie, but basically halfway through.
I wrote in my review, there's a 40-minute cold open, basically.
Yeah.
The 40-minute cold open is fantastic.
Yes, and I want to mention another movie that came out early this year, Fresh, which kind of
I still haven't seen that.
It deals with the same stuff, like it's like the dangers of online dating, and like you can never meet a nice guy, like even the ones you think are nice actually turns out to be fucking terrible.
Yeah.
And it also has a 40-minute cold, where the first 40 minutes are a romantic comedy, basically.
Oh.
But then it turns. But that works because Sebastian Stan, who plays the guy in that movie, has an actual arc, and there's layers to the character. He's interesting. You're like, discovering things about him. AJ here is just like a big fucking bleh.
Exactly.
And what's also then annoying, and I know this is like a subjective thing, but hey, that's what movie criticism is. Bill Skarsgård character, which they are, he's the reverse of Justin Long's character, because he starts out as like, I don't know about this guy. Is he here to like kill her? Is he a rapist who broke into the house? Is he the barbarian of the story? But the more you see of him in the movie, he's in the first 40 minutes, and then his character disappears. They more and more show that like, there's actually, he's actually a good guy. They keep reverting that expectation. Like he's gonna snap and kill her or put her in the tunnel.
They keep pointing out that he is the good guy.
Yeah, but then they just kill him out of nowhere. Like he's dead. In a second, his head is literally smashed into bits, and you're just like, that's not fun.
No. That's the thing. I fucking loved Keith.
Yeah, Keith is a genuine good guy.
No, but not just because he was a good guy. I loved the character, and I loved the way Skarsgård portrayed him. Yep. And oh my god, I loved everything about that character and the setting he was in, because I was constantly wondering if he is just this psychotic monster who is just putting on the good guy act so well that even the heroine falls for it. That even we fall for it. I was just, oh my god, it was so good. And along with him being like nervous and shit, and it's like, okay, that can just be him being nervous, or it could be him not knowing what to say to like convince her. The over-exaggerated, no, I'm a gentleman. I can't let you sleep on the couch. I can't let you go out in the rain and get your bag.
Yeah.
I noticed you didn't drink your tea because, of course, you expect me to kind of poison it or something. I wouldn't open the bottle because I was afraid you might think I drugged it. It's almost too much, but it works so fucking well. And the fact that they decides to just, like, off him, I wanted to end the movie right there. Yeah. That should have been the end of the movie to me, basically. I was like, shit, have I watched an hour 30 already? No, it was an hour left.
Yeah. And once again, people can say, you're missing the point, that's the thing, like, there are no good guys, we gotta kill off the it feels like that. You know what?
Probably.
Let's talk about that, because we've been talking about the whole male aspect of the movie, because there was some hold on, I gotta actually bring this up, because it infuriated me. There was a review, not even a review, it was one of those one sentence reviews, because it's just letterboxed.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta find it. Where is it? How do I see all of these? Reviews. Popular reviews, I suppose.
Sorry, I read one. You can't spell Barbarian without Airbnb.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Just timestamp this where we can cut around a little bit. 34 minutes something. Okay. Whatever. Milo Olim on Letterboxd wrote, "This movie did what Men, 2022, the movie, Men didn't." That's everything. That's all he wrote. It got 1,500 likes. And
what?
How do I read the? Why can't I click to see the comments on it? Oh, here.
Oh, you can...
Yeah, you can comment. Didn't you know that?
I didn't know you could comment.
And people are like, yeah, speak on it. I was thinking the same thing. Exceptional review, which I guess it's a joke, like, like speak your truth. Exactly. I came here to write this review and you beat me to it. I had the exact same thought while watching it. You're so real for saying this. So this and this, so real. Thank you. Like, what the fuck was Men? All that shit.
You want to explain that to me, though? Because I did not understand what the fuck are they talking about.
And then, yes, this. I hate Generation Z. Yes, but I gotta say, and I still think people didn't just understand Men.
I didn't, to be honest.
Okay.
I did not really understand Men.
Because that got a lot of bad reviews because it was like, oh, this is shallow, a shallow comment on, like, misogyny and the violence of men towards women and all that. And I was like, I really don't think people looked at it. They saw the initial... What?
Are they trying to say that all men are the same because he has the same face, or what?
Yes, I think people saw the surface level stuff in that, which you have the abusive boyfriend, where he's like, the classic, if you break up with me, I'm gonna kill myself, which is a terrible thing to say, but then he actually does it, and then you have that all men are the same. That's why Rory Kinnear plays all the men in the movie, and all that stuff. But there is more underneath. Like, if you actually listen to the dialogue in that movie, if you actually connect it to, like, it's a symbol in the church and also the symbol of the green man with the things growing from him. It deals with, I don't remember exactly. It's been a while since I saw the movie and talked about it. But, like, it deals with more than just men and women. It deals with, like, the nature of guilt. Because as much as her boyfriend in that, you saw the movie, right?
Yeah, I saw Men quite recently, actually.
Yeah, like
for the first time.
even if what he did was completely selfish, first, from what I understand, being like, we don't really get to know too much about their relationship, but she wants to end it for some reason. Like,
there's
he seems
enough
to be like a jealous type.
Yeah.
To get to know. But there's the whole their big fight. He slaps her, and then decides to kill himself when she's like, "This is it." Which is that's of course not her fault.
No. But she's gonna feel guilty about it.
That's the thing, she's going to feel guilty about it. And if we're going to be super objective and play devil's advocate here, like, and that's what the movie talks about. Not putting blame on her, being completely objective. If she hadn't broke up with him, if she tried,
he wouldn't have killed himself.
Yeah, if she tried to talk to him, even though he's a fucking asshole for hitting her and being, mentally abusive.
Even uttering those words are the worst thing you can ever do.
Yeah. If she would have talked to him and not shut him out, he would have still been alive. And maybe, they would have still broken up, because why wouldn't they? He seems like a bad guy.
Yeah, they couldn't have been happy.
Yeah, but he wouldn't be dead. And she wouldn't have his death on her conscience. And that's what the movie deals with. It's a death and rebirth from guilt. Yeah. And I think people were just like, oh, it's just about men are bad. It was, yes, that's part of it, but it's not all of it. And it's also the death and rebirth, the whole thing in the end, where it's also you can't that sure, of course, you if someone hits you, you got to blame them, like, you hit me. But once again, on an objective level, we have to understand where it comes from. That it's a cycle of violence.
Yeah.
And we have to understand this in able to stop it. That's what the movie deals with.
Unfortunately, people got fooled by the fact that the same face is on every person.
Yeah,
after
so it's just like, all men are bad
point.
because all men are bad in that movie.
I just saw that as her being like mentally unstable and seeing the same dude everywhere.
Yeah, and I
because of what she's been through, basically.
I also think that making him play all the characters, it's a little pretentious.
Yeah,
but whatever. I just think that people got stuck on the whole men and women part of it. Men being abusive.
Yes,
it's not. That's only part of it. The other part is cycle of abuse. Death and rebirth from guilt, and people just like, oh no.
Though going back to Barbarian,
that's what people thought of men. For me, like, it's just surface level. It doesn't go deeper into the whole. Okay, so yeah, he's an abusive asshole, and there have been abusive assholes all this time, and the abuse has turned this woman into a literal monster. We haven't even said that. The person down there in the tunnel,
creature,
it's a woman born from like
giant woman, by the way.
Yeah, born from like generations of incest with this man Frank, who we see for a short while in the movie when he sets up this tunnel stuff in the beginning in the 80s.
Barely sets up. Barely. We get to like see him go get some supplies, and
sure. And
we see him plot
kidnapping. Yeah,
a kidnapping. That's about it.
Yeah.
We don't get much more.
And then there's people talking about like, yeah, this is about like economic disparity. Like, there's one comment from the neighbor like, yeah, we're getting out of this neighborhood like.
Before it turns too bad.
Before it's already turned to shit. Like, we won't be able to sell the house next year, so we're leaving now. And he's like, I'm not going anywhere.
And obviously the visual about seeing all the destroyed houses around.
Yeah, and how good it looked in the 80s,
Yeah.
When
Which,
Reagan
by the way,
took
just
over
looked
the presidency.
fucking dumb. That looked just dumb. I'm sorry. That looked like
it was a little too much.
Yeah, because
the
grass was literal carpet.
I know.
Come on.
But that's also like, okay. So it shows how Detroit and the outskirts of Detroit has become like this dilapidated place with just ruins basically and homeless people.
Yeah.
But what does that have to do with Frank? He could
nothing.
He could have basically done this in a regular neighborhood as well.
Yeah.
It's not because... Well, I guess it helps that no one lives there. The woman can actually roam the streets without the police. And of course, just have the whole that the police won't help people there because they deal with crackheads there every day, so they don't believe her when she talks about being kidnapped.
Yeah.
Okay, once again, that was so blunt. It was so straightforward, so
yes.
like on the nose. Like, it wasn't clever. And
that's the thing. I didn't like that.
Yeah, I like clever movies. I like movies that has a point, and tries to tell a story and has a theme. But I don't want them to like shout it in my face with a megaphone.
Problem is, this movie didn't have a plot or a point or anything. It just wanted to like, this is an issue. This is an issue.
Yeah, exactly.
This is an issue. But it has nothing to do with the characters or the story or what's actually happening on screen.
Yeah.
They're just pointing out issues in America in general.
Yeah. But they don't really reflect on it much.
No. Can you honestly tell me what was the plot of this movie? Or the you know what I mean. I keep confusing them. The story and plot, you know what I mean.
The story of this movie was that
exactly.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, but the plot is there are creepy tunnels under this house, and if you go down there, the creepy incest woman will try to make you her ba 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 ba.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. This is a creature feature. That's it.
And I mean, that's fine.
Sure.
I like creature features. Some of my favorite movies are just
yes.
straight up, horror movies or action movies.
Yes, definitely.
But
then they try to put this on top of that.
Yeah, and I think more... I think a little bit of why I am so critical is because of the response the movie already got. If I didn't know that people loved this movie so much, I might have liked it a little bit more. Yes, I'm subjective that way, but once again, that's the art. That's the nature of criticism. It's subjective.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It felt like they were like trying to say a bunch of stuff about all these things, but then we're like, yeah, here is a problem.
It's like giving you a title, but not the rest of the story.
Yeah, are you going to do something with it? No. It's still just going to be a monster chasing them down there.
It's clickbait.
and then the final girl gets away. I mean, it's literally the final girl kills the monster in the end and gets away.
Yeah, but she does it out of kindness, just want to point that out.
Yeah, that's also like, so if we're
she's literally flawless.
If we're supposed to sympathize with this woman, which I mean we will,
the mother?
The mother, yeah, because she's a victim.
Yeah, she's definitely a victim.
She's been born down in those tunnels. Then why just shoot her in the face in the end?
No, because she liberates her. She's free of her torture and pain.
Wouldn't it have been better then if, when, the scene before, when she actually jumps to her death to save Tess, she dies there.
Yes! And that would have been more symbolic.
Yeah, and Tess then gets up when Justin Long, but Justin, I'm gonna help you up. I'm sorry, I panicked. I didn't know what to do. And she's like, get off me, basically. And walks away from him. Letting him live. And
he's left there.
Yeah, letting him live with his guilt instead.
Mm-hmm.
But no.
Actually, having to, realize the repercussions of what he's done.
Yeah. Now, not only has he raped one woman, from what I guess.
From what we know.
Hurt, almost killed another woman for selfish reasons.
Yeah.
And killed a third woman. She was like a collateral victim from hurting the second woman.
Yeah.
And now he has to live with it. But no, instead we gouge out his eyes and literally rip his head apart. Because I guess that's more satisfying on a visceral level. Yeah, sure, but
no.
on an intellectual level, it's less satisfying, I think. Sorry for being
I agree. I keep coming back to this movie is trying so hard to be, I guess, PC almost.
Yeah.
But just completely failing at it because all they do is give us literal headlines from newspapers, but then skipping the entire article.
Yeah.
There's no substance to any of the issues they are talking about. And
exactly.
they keep failing at it because they give you stereotypical characters that don't have any arcs, no development, none of them. Keith doesn't have a development. He's just a nice guy that you expect could be the bad guy. He's just a red herring, basically.
Yes.
And there's no substance to him because he dies 40 minutes in. Tess is straight up the sensible woman who's there to do a documentary, which just paints her in even better colors. And she's constantly just the hero. She never does anything wrong.
No.
She doesn't have an arc either.
Not really. Yeah, I agree.
There's no development. She has this, she's clever because she doesn't trust this strange man who's staying in the house that she's supposed to stay in. Cool, yeah, that's... If she would have actually walked away, that would have been, something different. But no, of course she's gonna trust the nice white guy.
Yeah.
Because he's pretty. I guess.
I'm
kind? I don't know.
I'm more partial to Alexander, but yeah, Bill is fine.
I mean, you can't say he's not pretty.
No, sure, yeah.
And even though people are pointing out but he played Pennywise and he's tall and that's usually menacing. Sure. But she still trusts him instantly, so
and that's
he doesn't really give us the proper menacing issue then. And
Pennywise has nothing to do with this. He's not Pennywise in this, so stop.
No, exactly. You can't pigeonhole actors because of one character, really.
No. And we've discussed
And they even
AJ
build
to
on
death,
this,
so we don't
like-
even talk about
Yeah,
him
no,
not
no,
having
no,
an arc. Yeah.
Yeah, we know that. So there's nothing there. This movie has no substance.
No. What it has, and that's why I did like it, what it has are some, like we said, good acting,
Yes.
great cinematography. It has some genuine,
For the most part.
creepy vibes, creepy moments.
Yes.
A creepy monster, with a little bit of substance. The monster has substance because first it's just it's a monster, but then it's like, oh, it's actually a victim. The monster is a victim, kind of.
And the monster is kind as long as you don't freak out.
Yeah,
I mean, she's only doing things she wants to do to help you, really.
Kind of subverting AJ's character, who's a victim because he gets kidnapped or grabbed there, but he's actually the monster because he's a rapist.
Yeah.
But it's so overdone. It's so much easier with the mother. Like it's because you're like, oh, she's a monster, and then we find out, oh, she's actually a victim. How easy that switch is when you don't overdo it. When it's subtle, it's so much better.
Though they kind of fucked that up too towards the end, to be honest, because they make her like, I don't know, super strong and vicious, and she rips humans apart. I don't understand where that comes from.
I give that a pass because it's a horror movie. The monster has to be strong, but
sure. But do you have to rip an arm off and use that as a bat? That's just dumb. It didn't fit.
No, not really.
Crashing through that wall like the fucking Kool-Aid man?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and if we're gonna nitpick that, like I said, I don't care. The monster is supposed to be strong and scary.
Sure.
Be able to take a lot of damage. But if we're gonna nitpick, like, that many, like, generations of incest, she should be like a cripple.
Yeah.
She wouldn't be able to move. Because
she looks skinny.
There's so much genetic damage,
She probably hasn't eaten properly in a while because Frank's bedridden.
Yeah, and there's obviously no food down there.
Exactly. Rats, I guess, but like
maybe
I don't know.
Maybe she ate Keith. I don't know. You don't see him after a while.
That's true.
Anyway, like I said, that's nitpicking. It's just
yes, but there's some things that they're just dumb when it comes to Mother even, because we get so much atmosphere.
Yeah, that's another thing. This movie has tons of mood.
Yeah, but then it just disappears as soon as a character shows up on screen. And it's, even though, Mother is definitely the most evolved out of them all, they just slap on stupid shticks and ruin her.
Yeah. Another thing I read was of course that people loved all the twists in this movie where they subverted the expectations, and subverting it, like saying like, oh, you thought this was gonna happen, but instead this happened. That's like, oh, whoa, I didn't expect that. But if the twist doesn't lead to anything more, then it feels like I don't know. For me at least, it's unsatisfying.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what twists you're referring to, if I'm being honest.
Well, there's the whole thing with first of all, the twist that Keith's a good guy. Like they spend the evening together. He stays on the bed. He has nightmares. Like, oh my god, he dreams of all the victims he's put. No, he just had a nightmare. She goes to the interview because she's there for the interview to work as a researcher on the documentary team. And the woman is like, yes, like, she like talks to her like, as the you go, you do your thing. You're great at this. Like this could lead somewhere. Something. She talks, platitudes, whatever. And you're like, okay, so like that's gonna go somewhere, but then it doesn't. Instead, it's a movie about a creepy hole in the ground where it gets dragged down into, and Keith is not gonna be like, yeah, it turns out he was the good guy. That's a twist, but then he dies. Haha, twist again.
I guess that's the only twist, that Keith was actually the good guy and he dies. I mean, we still have no proper proof that he wasn't a psychopath.
Well, then we're gonna have to trust the movie because it did show him enough that like he's not a bad guy. Yeah.
Sure.
And then twist, Justin Long plays an asshole. Then twist, he doesn't become a good guy. I don't know if that's a good twist or not, but it's a twist.
I don't know if I'd call that a twist though.
And you know what? You know what all those twists are to me? They are just the TikTok boom effect. They're just oh, whoa. It doesn't lead anywhere. It doesn't. It doesn't like.
That's why I don't consider them twists, to be honest.
It doesn't fundamentally change the nature of the movie. It's not, greatest twist of all time. It's not Bruce Willis was dead in the end of Sixth Sense.
No, exactly.
That's just like that changes the entire movie.
Yeah, upon rewatch, you see it completely different.
Oh fuck, Here it's just like, whoa. Okay.
Well, that was, I guess, unexpected, and then nothing.
It's like a jump scare, but in twist form.
Yeah, yes.
Whoa, I got a little scared there. Or I get an adrenaline shot, but I'm not actually scared. That's the problem.
A lot of the movie was also very predictable. Because, you see a creepy tunnel, and you're like, yes, there's gonna be a human down there who looks weird.
Yeah, well...
You have a gun, yes, the good guy's gonna get shot.
Yes, as soon as he picked that up, I was like, oh no, he's gonna shoot Tess. God damn it.
Yeah. I mean, even as soon as he picked up the fucking knife, I was like, yeah, he's gonna stab her. Yeah. And then it changed, okay, it's the gun instead. Okay, cool.
It was a twist. He didn't stab her, he shot her instead.
The knife just disappears, by the way.
No, I think it gets left in the pit.
In the pit. Yeah, sure, but that feels like a cop-out. We introduced this weapon, but we don't use it.
Twist. It's a twist.
I suppose that's a twist. Does it count?
Yeah, so...
The whole, having Frank in it all kind of felt stupid. We don't need to see Frank's background. It didn't give us anything.
No, it just made a movie that was already a little too long, even longer.
Yeah, and it literally gave us nothing except for, I suppose, an origin we didn't need.
Yeah, if they would have just shown Frank down there, Justin Long or AJ, finding all the tapes, you put these people down here?
That would have been enough.
That would have been enough. We didn't need.
I didn't need more.
But that was supposed to be the whole comment on the economic decline of America. But it's just like, that doesn't have anything to do with the story.
I guess Frank actually had a bit of an arc, if I'm being honest, because he had remorse.
Yeah.
I guess that I suppose that's why he killed himself at least.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or it's just, he's fucking done with life because he can't move and has probably not moved in years. Could also be that.
That could also be that.
Where did Mother get the milk she put in the bottle?
Her titties.
But you can't lactate unless you're pregnant.
Oh, well.
You can, if you're, what's it called in English? Gravid, I suppose. What's that called?
I don't know.
Fake pregnant?
Not ectopic.
Something. When you think you're pregnant, your body acts like it. You get all the reactions except for the fact that there's no baby growing inside you. Yeah. Perhaps you can lactate, but not enough. And no, I don't think that would be valid.
Once again, it's a nitpick.
Details.
They just needed the mother to have milk, of course. Yeah.
I mean, we do only see the bottle. We don't know what's in the bottle, though. That could be anything.
But she does breastfeed Justin Long. That was the cringe moment for me.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, no.
She just shoves her tit in his mouth.
Yeah,
I don't know if she's actually
maybe there's not actually
him.
any milk there, but
it's just uncomfortable for him because a strange a woman raped him almost. Yes. I guess that's the juxtaposition there. He was forced to do something he didn't like, and he learned a lesson, I hope.
Anyway, I think we're going to wrap this up here.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but this movie was just dumb. I mean, it had some potential. I would have liked it. I gotta say, my expectation, when I saw the first 40 minutes, I was like, yes, they're going to make a twist out of this. Keith is going to be the good guy. Tess is there to kill him.
Oh, yeah.
She's the barbarian. That's a movie I want to see. Can the girl not be the hero? Can the nice white guy be the victim?
Yeah.
And not be the serial killer? Or in case... I mean, yeah. Frank was a white guy. He was a serial killer.
Yeah. Oh, that was what I was going to say, because I read a little bit about the origins of the movie. Originally, this was a short film, like a 30-minute film, where the whole plot was a woman makes every mistake the audience screams to them not to make in a horror movie. Like, she goes into the creepy house with a strange guy. She decides to stay over. She does all the mistakes you make to get murdered as a woman in a horror movie. But it turns out
Still
the guy's
survives.
just a nice guy. Yeah, and she gets out of there. That could have been that's a funny twist where you're like, oh, nothing actually happened. Oh,
Yeah.
that's funny. And the guy who made this he's a comedian at heart from the beginning. So that could have been a funny twist on the whole horror movie thing. But instead he dragged it out to an hour and 40 and just turned it into a horror movie instead. He was like, oh.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know.
Yeah. I want to see what
I would've
happens. I
enjoyed
want to
that.
see more about Keith.
Yeah, and I would have enjoyed that original short that he wrote, which would have
probably.
just been Keith and Tess, and the audience constantly worrying he's gonna kill her any second now, and then it doesn't happen.
Because that's what the first 40 minutes were.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the first 40 minutes were. That was his initial short movie.
Yeah.
Short film. Yeah,
And I liked that.
That would have been fun.
And then they could have added the twist that Tess was there to kill him.
or not
If they
even
wanted
that.
to.
Yeah.
Or not even that.
But yeah, so big fail.
Yeah.
Big fail. Still an okay movie. Just overhyped. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I know we've mainly talked about the bad stuff, but that's because it's been so. That's what we do when a movie is so overly praised. We have to point out that wait a minute, there are these points that we disagree with.
Yeah,
But I want to say it's still it's a fine movie. I don't hate it.
No, but I'm still sticking to my 2. I'm not gonna
Fine.
rate it higher because
That's fine.
unfortunately, when a movie gets hyped, when you get all these people going oh, this is such a deep and special movie, and you have to if you don't understand it, you're dumb. But it's not. Or unless someone can prove me wrong, please do.
Yeah.
I might just be stupid. I don't know. I wouldn't
That's what I
normally
wrote
say I am, but
that's what I wrote as well in my Barbarian review.
unless I'm absolutely lost here, this movie didn't actually do anything of what people say it does.
Yeah, because that's what I wrote. Pretty tense and very well shot, but I think I am missing the point a little bit, because people are just praising it like it's the second coming of Christ, and I'm just it's just a high concept movie, but with very little actual plot going on.
Yeah.
I'm wondering that, am I missing something, or is it actually that people are just overhyping it because they think I don't know.
No. To be fair, we've said it before. Sure, people are dumb.
Yeah.
We're usually not part of the dumb people, but if we gotta be a bit self-centered here.
Yeah.
But even we can normally see when a movie's, we can be clever about a movie. We can understand a movie. If we don't get it, then so many others should not.
Now who's being elitist?
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. I understand.
This movie is gonna go way over people's head if I'm dumb, do not understand, and there's gonna be tons others who don't.
Yeah, but it seems like people do get it. That's what I mean. Maybe we're actually dumb this time for not getting it.
Fuck it.
Yeah, it's okay.
Go watch. I'm gonna go watch scary movie or something.
You know what? I'm gonna watch Don't Breathe, because I think that was a better movie.
That's true.
with a very similar concept and definitely very similar themes.
Oh
about
yes.
Oh
yeah,
men and of course economic disparity in modern America. Yeah, like I mentioned in the beginning, Don't Breathe does that so much better.
I need to rewatch that now.
I mean, that movie. If there's one point that's kind of blunt in that movie, is when he in the end says, "Don't worry, I'm not a rapist. I don't actually have sex with them." He's like, "No, but you're still raping them."
Yeah. You just don't understand it.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Exactly. But other than that movie is magnificent. It's chef's kiss good. Yeah.
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna watch that again.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah, so let's end this now.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for listening. Be sure to check out the final Halloween episode, which
It's a
will
double
be
feature.
Yeah, it's maybe even a triple feature. You know, we'll talk about that off screen or off air.
Oh.
Yeah, it's going to be on Patreon though. It's going to be a Patreon exclusive episode where we're going to talk about the Terrifier franchise. So once again, check out patreon.com/don'tmakeascene. And subscribe to the $3 tier. It's the most cost-effective one. You get everything, basically. But if you just want to support us here on the free episodes, please go ahead. We love you so much for it. Give us 5 stars, follow on Spotify, subscribe on YouTube or whatever, and we'll see you in the next episode. But until then, have a good one.
Bye.
Bye-bye. The Spoiler Cast is part of Please Don't Make a Scene. It is hosted by Tobias Vedén and Rebecca Vedén. Produced and directed by Tobias Vedén. Executive producer is Annika Vedén and Laura Kinney. Also a huge shout out to all our patrons. Laura Kinney, Mom, Dad, Mom and Mac. If you want to join our Patreon, check us out on patreon.com/don'tmakeascene. Get exclusive episodes, commentary tracks, and much, much more. Support independent podcasting.